Hey guys, it's Brandon with Investment Joy, and I have paid to have a real-life version of Excel 3D printed. Look at this baby. Now I know what you're thinking, guys. I went down to Walmart and just bought a big giant poster board and then Sharpied the lines on here, but you're totally wrong. This is 3D hand printed by yours truly. It's totally awesome. That's right. In order to make this really great clickbait, I've went and I've got 1 month worth of revenue right here to use on our 3D printed Excel and go over what would amount to a accounting spreadsheet for my company, rentals, trailer park, laundromat, YouTube, and then influencer income, and then make it into an accounting spreadsheet just like I do on the computer, but with real money. So here we've got our stacks of money. Our first column will represent the revenue that the companies and the different businesses that I run brought in. Here we have stacks of $1,000. We have stacks of $5,000. And then, oh no, that's $10,000, sorry. Then we have $5,000 stacks here. So these gigantic piles of money represent the revenue that each business that I run brought in, with rentals, the laundromat, my YouTube channel. This is specifically income that I get from the YouTube channel, Minecraft, influencer marketing, which that means Weeble, things like Weeble income, my Raid Shadow Legends. Anytime I say, hey, the Ridge Wallet sponsored, Extra Wallets, all those great companies, that's my influencer income. The only thing we're missing down here are products that I am making and selling on the YouTube channel, which includes private coaching and educational stuff that we either are making or that we are in the near future. So once again, this is the revenue column. The next column is going to be expenses. Okay, looks a lot less interesting now, doesn't it? So we've gone back and I've removed my cost of doing business with these different businesses. Like here, my cost of running influencing marketing and the YouTube channel are super low. The laundromat, we've got less than, this is just an example, we've got less than $1,000 left in terms of cash flow, net income from the laundromat, and then I've got a paltry 10 grand here from my rental operation. So when we started off the video, the cash pile from the real estate operation looked great, but as expenses started rolling in through the month, it went down significantly. The pile started off at $36,000, and realistically, the income's less than 10, or the net income is less than 10. Now in the third column, we've got some appreciation, some magical income that we've got coming in through principal curtailment and growth of equity. That's the value of my real estate going up and value that I'm building. I don't know how to assess it for the YouTube channel, but I do for a laundromat, which the real estate's going up every month. I'm paying down the mortgage, and I definitely know what that number is for my real estate income. Now, as it stands, the laundromat is on schedule to make about $1,000 a month in terms of equity growth. We pay down the principal of the loan that exists on the location. It's about $70,000 that exists. We pay it down about $400 per month. And then I figure the growth of the equity, meaning the value of the business and the value of the real estate, increases about another, $300-400 per month. However, the real estate operation really does not look bad. This excludes the trailer park, remember. I figure based on a 2.5% growth in terms of appreciation, the portfolio is worth about $4 million. So I figure about $8,000 a month is coming in. But this is money that I don't see. One of the things that people love to talk about is all the equity that you get inside real estate. One of the best ways to make money, or at least how people talk about it, is to grow equity in your real estate business, which means that the value of the property is going up at least a little bit every single month because typically markets tend to appreciate rather than depreciate. The thing is, until you see it sell the property or do a cash out refinance, this money here that I should be seeing in terms of growth, I never actually see it. You only get it on selling or you get it on refinancing. It's nice to think that this giant pile of money here is growing every single month, but realistically, I can't touch it till I sell it or I refinance it. And right now with coronavirus, I have no clue when it's going to come through that I can do a cash out refinance. For better or worse, the laundromat's the same way. I don't know when I can cash out refinance it or do something like that, although I figure it's easier to liquidate one or my 3 laundromats as compared to all my real estate assets or the trailer park. The YouTube growth, I have no clue how to value it. The YouTube channel brought in $6,200 in the month of March. My influencer marketing, my influencer campaign brought in about 12 grand in between all those things. So I don't know where the growth is, and I have no clue what my equity is in the YouTube channel, so I have left those columns blank. So for better or worse, all the money that's left over in the terms of this spreadsheet is this pile here. This is how much money I actually made in terms of all my revenue sources. And it exists why people have YouTube channels as compared to growing their real estate assets. I spent about 2/3 of all the money that came in, and the worst part is this doesn't include my CapEx. I spent an additional 5 or 6 grand on CapEx, giving me an extra realistic $5,000-$6,000 in net income that came into my company that I can use in salary distributions or whatever else. The YouTube channel and influencer marketing cleared about $15,000 just in the month of March. So what I'm going to do is, through the power of the internet, I'm going to fill out this spreadsheet on my actual company finances so you can see how the spreadsheet works when we're not using actual cash. And here we come to the meat and potatoes segment where we go over the real hardcore numbers. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. But the 3D printed version that I spent a lot of effort on, obviously, that's just kind of like a rough approximation of where we were as far as the business goes. This is a cheap, quick, dirty screenshot of my YouTube page. I made a whopping $6,212 last month, specifically off YouTube ads. This is the absolute first month that I've ever done, or since October at least, that I didn't do as much money as compared to my influencer income. So if you reference back to the big Excel spreadsheet that I made, which I'm sure will be appearing on the channel more, that revenue number was $6,212. On top of that, I also made an additional $12,000 by doing pitches for different companies like Extra Wallets, Webull, which you can get 2 free stocks, Ridge Wallets. I have completed my childhood dream of being paid to play video games, which Raid Shadow Legends did. They actually require that you play a video game in order to get a sponsorship from them, so I had to play that for a few hours. That was super difficult. Snicker. If I had sarcasm tags on my voice, that would be going on right now. The Current, and then we also did Harry's and Keeps and a couple others. But I'm still waiting. I guess I'm maybe still waiting payment on a couple of those places. So with those, I made about $12,000 off of my influencer campaign. Some of those, they pay me to talk about their products. Sometimes I get paid referral fees, different things like that. It's kind of one of those black art type thingies. They don't want me talking about what the specific numbers are. And since I like money as much as any other guy out there, I'm not going to say how much I made exactly off of this stuff, but I'm sure some enterprising individual could figure it out if they wanted to take my traffic and divide it by the $12,000 revenue count. But I hear that as time goes on, you make more money off of your influencer deals than you do YouTube ads, which that was the case in March, and it probably will be in April too. I also made about $400 off my mentorship program, where we do paid phone calls, and you can get on Discord and get me to break down your deal and look at your financials on different deals and stuff like that. So I made a little bit of money off that, and that's on investmentjoy.com/teach if you want to get a hold of me and get some direct information on how I do rentals and things like that. We'll be talking about that more, I'm sure, on the channel. Then we got the Minecraft server, which is actually really kind of cool. This is a screenshot from the server, and on the Minecraft server, oh crap. So hopefully I didn't mess this up too much. So on the Minecraft server, when we took this screenshot here, we actually made $650 approximately in March, which is crazy. Minecraft is a real serious business. I don't know how many nasty messages I've got. So the server brought in about $650 in revenue. I'm sure that includes part of April too, because I don't get a good spreadsheet on that. And it costs about $350. So we're in the black as far as the server goes, about $300. But that's, according to my guys that do that, it's been the most stressful thing they've ever dealt with. So I'm not really recommending that you absolutely do a Minecraft server, because, oh my gosh, you'll get complaints. So we're going to go on to the next segment, which is my rental business. Here's the cash flow report. It took me a while to get this cost segmented correctly. We brought in a little under $40,000. This excludes the trailer park, just because the trailer park isn't posting right to my Appfolio account. And we've got all these different fees. I'm sure there's always a couple missing totals. Like this mortgage is a little bit low by about $2,000. My repairs, I'm sure, aren't cost segmented right. The taxes are almost always right. My utility bills are almost $5,000, which is a little high, but I guess it's not too bad for March. I know this remodel number's low because typically when I do these reports, I cut out my capital expenditures. It shows down here that off the rental business, we made a little over $14,000 net operating income, which is actually wrong. As far as this report's considered, this would actually be my cash flow. My net operating number would be this number plus this number, which would be in the $23,000 range. Now, this does not include capital expenditures, which is essentially money that I reinvest in the company or my own salary. I only take about, we'll zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see a little better. I only take $3,000 a month in payments for my own personal salary for the real estate business. In April, I won't take anything. That's just kind of my promise to my tenants that I wasn't going to pay myself anything during coronavirus as far as the rentals go. I save back a good bit of my income, so it's not really going to hurt me too much. And I thought, if I'm asking you to pay your rent, I might as well not try to run the business as efficient. So, you end up with this number that's about 11,000. I guess it's 11,269.51, but then it all gets reinvested. Which I guess it should say. That number should be a little different, but I reinvest all the money right back in the company. So it's not like I take a unreasonable salary or anything like that. It just becomes this one thing where I just continually reinvest the money in the business, and I try and live my life, my personal life, way below my means, which means I can operate all this stuff with very minimal income. So that's where the rental business is. It's definitely making more money than my YouTube channel, but my YouTube channel just has no time invested in it. I've got an editing team, and they go over and they kind of do everything, and it's great. So here's the laundromat. This is a CSV as compared to an XLS file. We brought in, now remember this rent number is always a little bit higher because we include laundromat money, and then it includes a partial back payment from a tenant there. So the rent income numbers are a little screwed up. The washer dryer income is probably $1,000 low, but the total operating income is about right. We brought in, not made, but brought in about $3,000. It also excludes, I've got to add some line items here. This number, it would have been about another $600 to $800 higher. And then my cleaning and maintenance, my nephew, who I pay money out of. So he has income out of here, but it's not reflected in that number. So that's a note. We pay $309 a month in property insurance, and I pay $542.71 in mortgage costs. There's no repairs here. I probably wheeled and dealed on that number. The electricity bill was very, very high because that's actually a month and a half worth of electric bills. The water bill is right on the money, so there was $1,100 in utilities spent, which is isn't accurate because we double paid. So I would have to go and look back at the spreadsheet for an overwhelming, like 2 or quarterly report to get really accurate numbers. But the net operating income or I guess this would be cash flow. The cash flow number was about a little under $1,000 for the laundromat, which is about right. Once I looked at my bank account and tried to balance it the other day. So that's about what the laundromat made in March. And I think I'm going to break these numbers down on a daily number. Going forward, so I made $31 a day. I'm going to break these numbers down on a daily type of figure, and then show you guys whenever we do the cash collection videos, which are really slowing down on traffic. I want to include a lot of these profit and loss statements in it because to me it's more interesting. I enjoy the Excel videos way more than I do the coin collections, but if anything, I'm going to find But if we'd be honest, I'm going to do everything within my power to clickbait the heck out of my channel, to draw people in, to try hopefully get them more interested in Excel spreadsheets like this, as compared to the gratuitous pictures of money and my briefcase full of cash, which is not prop cash, mind you. The little secret here is these bills are I've got $20 bills on top, and then all the bills underneath them are $1 bills. So it gives that a nice fat appearance that I do have a briefcase with about 20 grand in it, but in reality, it's a briefcase of about $2,500. All the bills are real, and one of the funny things that I've run into is the fact that almost all YouTube channels use prop cash, totally fake cash, and I was sent an email from a really shady company in China, and they tried to get me to buy their prop cash, and I could not tell the difference between their quote unquote prop cash as compared to legitimate US currency, which kind of scared the heck out of me. So I hope this gives you guys a nice transparent view of my business and how I run things. I would totally love it if you would sign up to Webull, where you can get your 2 free stocks. I keep saying it. We've got several guys on our Discord channel, which is also a wonderful resource if you're interested in it. We got several guys that got Apple stock and different things like that. I think the stock that I got was worth $8 to $20 or so. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it was free money. And if you have an interest in doing it, be sure to sign up under my referral link below, because it helps support my channel, and then it goes into the influencer income. And I've got some really nice projects that I think you guys will be proud to be a part of by proxy by signing up under me. So once again, this is Brandon with Investment Joy. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I appreciate every one of you. And if I promise you guys, if I can do it, you guys can do it too.